For me, as soon as I've started seriously considering ending it, it's already over. And it's a matter of time until my mind and emotions catch up to that reality, that deeper feeling. And I would say that you already know on some level. And so contact that part of yourself and ask that part of yourself, the part of you that already knows the thing to do. And we typically do. But there's also a lot of emotions and a lot of questioning and a lot of, because that part of you isn't emotional. It's also not your thinking mind. And your thinking mind can come up with arguments in either direction. You've noticed that? You know, you can think your way into staying with them. You can think your way into breaking up with them. So your mind is that slippery lawyer. It can argue in either direction. It can take the opposite stance equally well. So that's not the thing to listen to. You can consider what your mind comes up with, but don't take that as gospel. And also your emotions can change. You've noticed that. You can miss her and want to be back with her one moment. The next moment you can feel like, oh, I'm done. What I'm pointing to is the deeper reality of has the relationship run its course? And if you ask that question, what does that part of you say? And you could ask, again, piggybacking on the Qigong session that we did, like, what does your energy say about that? When you think about staying with her, is there a sort of drop in your energy, like a closing off in your energy? Does it decrease or depress in any way? Is it like defeated? Or when you think of staying with her, is there this uprising of like good feeling and hope? Like, oh, that actually feels good to me. And I would play with that. You could ask, like, what does the older, wiser version of me have to say about this? The one that's emotionally detached from the situation, talk to that guy. What does he say? Like, who's 50, 60, successful, happily married, what does he have to say? And who is he with? Who's he with? Who's the mom of his kids? Is she this person? And especially if the fear is, how will this person handle it? Will they be mad at me? Will they be devastated? Will they be, crushed and upset and sad for long periods? Am I screwing them over? That sort of thing. That's none of your business. It's just not. And I've been surprised at how resilient people are each time. And no matter how, during one breakup, I still remember it was kind of scary, actually, because the girl I was with went in, it was clear it was like this almost primal response. She was like itching herself really aggressively. And she's normally very chill, like cool. And it like viscerally hurt her. And I just remember thinking like, well, I'm still done. It's hard to look at and it's hard to watch somebody that you care for be hurt, but I'm still done. I met with her 2 weeks later for like closure, and she really impressed me with how strong she was. And the fact that she had come to terms with it, I was like, oh, you're stronger than I thought. And maybe you're stronger than you were 2 weeks ago because you've gone through this. I was just really impressed. And humans are fucking resilient. And even if they aren't, it's still not right if it's not right. How could you staying in a relationship for the sake of somebody's feelings be right for them? And why would they want you to? Would you want somebody to just settle for you? Fuck that. When I say those words, like, how nasty is that thought? You want someone to just settle for you? I'm not sure how this dude's gonna handle it. I'll just stay with him. No, like, don't do that to her. I think a really good rule of thumb is if you leave the person better than you found them, or at least neutral, there's not much to worry about. If they leave the experience worse off in some way, and that's not so linear, it could mean they leave the experience with hurt feelings and they're still better off. It could mean that they leave the experience. If you break up with a girl and it's true for you, you genuinely, the relationship's over in your eyes and it hurts her, that's still for the best. So it's not so linear as did that person have any uncomfortable feelings? It's not that at all. But if it's, again, true, meaning like what's true for you? Did you stay in the relationship past its expiration date, or did you end it when you felt like it had come to an end? Hey, it's Taylor. I hope you enjoyed today's clip. And if you did, here's where you can go deeper right now. So my favorite part of the work that I do here is a daily email newsletter that I write every morning on the topics of human development and human potential, life strategy, training the mind, productivity and life optimization, and generally speaking, the path to self-mastery. And so if you enjoy these talks, I know you're going to love the newsletter. And if you'd like to check it out, hit the link in the description or head over to taylorallen.me and you can sign up free of charge. I hope we see you there.